Hey there, fellow citizens of the internet. My name is Moses, coming to you from this beautiful southern Portugal beach in Sagres. And it just felt like, let me show you again. Beautiful, beautiful. I just felt like sharing with you today about change. Someone smarter than I, and most certainly wiser, once said, the only constant thing in life is change. And that has been very true in my life for a very long time. For instance, moving to the United States, having to learn a new language, having to learn a new culture, having to learn a new way of doing life, new foods, new music, understanding new music once I understood the language, because I grew up singing to Eminem songs and 50 Cent songs without really speaking English, so I don't know what I was saying. So changing into an entire new culture was a huge change. Life after college, huge change. Doing digital nomad kind of stuff, huge change. So how do you deal with change? How have I dealt with change? One, you can simply go with the change. Go with the flow. C'est la vie. It is what it is. Change comes whether you want it or not. Just go with it. There are consequences, of course, good or bad, don't know, but there are consequences. Having adopted the American culture relatively well, really fast, one might say, I learned the language seemingly fast. I embraced anything and everything about the culture. I am an American citizen, and I would consider myself an American. And the consequences for that is I became less and less fluent in some of the languages that I grew up speaking, and one of the reasons why I ended up in Portugal to begin with was to regain some of my fluency in Portuguese, right? So that would be a consequence of simply going with the culture. Good, bad? I don't know. I'm still fluent in Portuguese, and I'm now very fluent in English, so I would not say that that was a bad consequence, but I went with the change. Two, you can fight the change. Again, whether you like it or not, change will come. But that doesn't mean that you have to take every single aspect of that change. I don't have a lot of experience in fighting the change, so to speak, so I can't really comment too much on it. But I can think of someone or two or 20 people who will just not get on board with change. The third thing that I do to deal with change is seek wisdom and discernment. Now, I'm not claiming to be as wise as I can possibly be, or that I have tuned in my discernment skills to a T, but I am old enough and wise enough to know that going with whatever comes isn't really the answer, and not moving forward is really not the answer either. So, in seeking wisdom and discernment, you talk to people that have taken the same path that you have. And if you're the first one taking that path, you can embrace the change with care, with ease. Take it slow. Try to understand what it is that you're subscribing to. For instance, I don't know what this whole digital nomad thing is all about. I've only been doing it for a little over a year, so I suppose I know what I'm doing. But this is a journey that everyone takes in their own steps, and it comes with a lot of changes, tons of changes. I've traveled to more cultures and ate more different foods and listened to more different music this year than I had in my entire life combined, and that is amazing. And that might be too much change too fast for some people, and at times it has been for me. But again, I'm trying to seek the right amount of wisdom and the discernment skills necessary for me to embrace some change while discerning the good from the not so useful. My name is Moses. You've been watching this on my YouTube. If you happen to be a digital nomad and you would like to subscribe to my channel, or you would like to keep up with my shenanigans, like this video so that others may find it useful. And yeah, I'll see you in the next video. Peace.